Hello class, today we're going to talk about polynomials, which is our new unit. And we're going to talk about what is a polynomial, and we're going to talk about adding and subtracting polynomials. So a polynomial is just a function consisting of one or more terms, and we can't be doing anything special with x. We can't divide by x. X can't be in the exponent. I'll show you in a second. So these are three examples of polynomials. Notice that there's one term or multiple terms. And then these are examples of not polynomials. So logarithmic functions are not polynomials. Exponential functions are not polynomials. Notice the x in the exponent. Absolute value functions are not polynomials. And rational functions aren't polynomials. Rational meaning we're dividing by an x. So anytime we divide by an x, that's not a polynomial. Okay? So these are just four examples of what's not a polynomial. These are three examples of what a polynomial is. So they should all look something like this. Or even, to add one more example, they could look like this. Something like that, x plus 4. Okay? Let's move on to adding and subtracting polynomials. So where we're able to add and subtract these polynomials together, we're actually also able to multiply and divide, but we'll talk about those later. Adding and subtracting polynomials. So to add, what we want to do is just combine like terms. To subtract, there's one extra step. We need to distribute the negative to the second equation and then combine like terms. So I'll show you what I mean. So here we have two functions. We have f of x equals 3x minus 6x plus 2. And we have g of x equals 5x squared plus 4x minus 7. So we want to add these together. So what we're going to do here is we're going to write f of x, so 3x squared minus 6x plus 2, plus our g of x, plus 5x squared plus 4x minus 7. And then our one step, combine like terms. So notice we have two terms that are squared. We have two terms that are just to the first power. And we have two constants here. So we're going to combine all of those. Well, not all of them, but we're going to combine the like terms. So we have a 3x squared and a positive 5x squared, which is going to give us 8x squareds. Remember, when you add, you don't change the exponent or anything. You just change the coefficients. And then we have a negative x or negative 6x and a positive 4x, which will give us negative 2x. And then we have 2 and a negative 7, which is going to give us negative 5. So this is the sum of these two functions. Okay? Now let's talk about finding f of x minus g of x. So we're going to take f of x we're going to subtract this time. We're going to subtract g of x. But important, we need to put g of x in parentheses. So we'll have it just like that. Now let's go back to our two steps here to subtract. To subtract, we need to distribute the negative to the second equation and then combine like terms. So this is why I wrote it in parentheses, because we're going to want to distribute this negative to every single term in g of x. That's very important. You can't just give it to the first one. You have to distribute every single one. And what that's going to do is that's going to essentially subtract it for us, or change the signs, so then we can just combine like terms. So let's see here. This first function doesn't do anything, so 3x squared minus 6x plus 2. And then negative times 5x squared is going to give us negative 5x squared. Negative times 4x is negative 4x. And negative times negative 7 is positive 7. So now that we've distributed, now we can combine. like terms. We essentially just change the signs of the whole second one, so it's like doing the same thing as subtracting. So again, we have two squared terms, we have two linear terms, or two x terms, and then we have two constants. So let's go ahead and combine those. We're going to have 3x squared minus 5x squared now, which is going to give us negative 2x squared. Then negative 6x minus 4x is going to give us negative 10x. And then 2 and 7 give us positive 9. So that's the difference of those two functions. Let's do a few more examples here. Now we have f of x is equal to 2x cubed minus 6x squared plus 5, and we have g of x equals x squared plus 4x plus 8. So first, find the sum. So again, we're just going to want us to combine like terms, so I'm going to write them next to each other. 2x cubed minus 6x squared plus 5 plus, remember when we do plus, we don't need to put it in parentheses, x squared plus 4x plus 8. And then combine like terms. But be careful here. Not every term in this case has a like term. So notice there's only one cubed term. Notice that there are two squared terms. There's only, let's see, I'm kind of running out of colors here. There's only one linear term, or one x term. And there are two constants. So not always will every single term have a like term with something else. So let's just think about this. We have one x cubed term, which is 2x cubed. So we're just going to write that out. Then we have 2x squared terms. So let's add those together. Negative 6x plus, or sorry, negative 6x squared plus x squared is going to give us negative 5x squared. We only have one linear term, so it's just plus 4x. And then 5 and 8 are our constants. That's going to be 13. And that's the sum. So now let's find the difference. So again, I'm going to write it out. 2x cubed minus 6x plus 5 minus this time. Remember, when we do minus, we want to put it in parentheses. So minus our g of x, which is x squared plus 4x plus 8. And then we want to distribute that negative. So we're going to have 2x cubed minus 6x plus 5. Negative times x squared is minus x squared. Negative times 4x is minus 4x. And negative times 8 is negative 8. And then we want to combine. So let's see here. Again, we only have one x cubed term. We have two x terms, or this should be x squared, I'm sorry. So we have two x squared terms. We have one x term, one linear term, and then we have, oh boy, all these different colors here. And then we have two linear terms. Or sorry, two constants. So I'm going to write it out over here just because I'm running out of room. So let's see here. We have 2x cubed. We have 2x squared terms, so negative 6x squared minus 1x squared is going to give us negative 7x squared. And then we have one x term, so minus 4x. And then 8 or 5 and negative 8, that's negative 3. And so there we have, that's the difference. Let's do, we'll do two more examples. So again, addition, we're just going to write it out. So f of x is negative x squared plus 2x minus 10 plus x cubed plus 8x plus 5. And combine like terms. So, wow, that's interesting. This one, we only have one x cubed term. We only have one x squared term, but we have two linear terms, and we have two constants. So really, we're only going to be combining the linear terms and the constants. So this is going to come out to be, and what we want to do is we want to write it in the order, if you haven't noticed, of the largest exponent first. So 3 is the largest exponent, so we're going to write that first. So x cubed, and then go on to the squared, minus x squared. There's nothing to combine with both of those. And then 2x plus 10x, or 8x, is 10x. And then negative 10 plus 5 is negative 5. And there you have it. That's the sum. Now on to the difference. I'm going to write it out again. Negative 2x, or negative x squared plus 2x minus 10 minus this time, and then parentheses. Remember, we need parentheses around the second one. X cubed plus 8x plus 5. And we'll just go ahead and distribute that negative. So we're going to have negative x squared plus 2x minus 10. Negative times 3x is negative times x cubed is negative x cubed. Negative times 8x is negative 8x. And negative times 5, well, negative 5. And then now we can combine like terms. So we have, again, we only have 1x cubed. We only have 1x squared term. And then we have the two linear terms, and we have the two constants. And again, you always want to write the highest power term first. So we're going to have a negative x cubed. Notice there's that negative out front. Then minus x squared. Then combining these two, 2x and negative 8x is going to be negative 6x. And then negative 10 minus 5 is negative 15. So that's the difference of f of x and g of x. Let's do one more just for good measure. And then I'll be done with the video. So here we have 4x cubed minus 3x squared plus 5x minus 8. And we also have negative x squared plus 2x minus 3. So again, we're just going to write it out for addition. 4x cubed minus 3x squared plus 5x minus 8. Then plus, but it's going to be plus a negative. So watch out. Plus a negative is the same thing as minus. So just be careful about that. So x squared plus 2x minus 3. But we don't need to distribute this minus because the minus only belongs to that x squared. So let's combine these like terms now. Let's see, where are my colors? Okay. I have only one cubed term. I have two squared terms. I have two linear terms. And I have two constants. So again, starting with the highest power, we have 4x cubed. And then going on to the next power, negative 3x squared minus x squared is negative 4x squared. And then 5x and 2x is plus 7x. And then negative 8 and negative 3 is negative 11. And that's the sum. So now to find the difference, again we're going to write it out, but we're going to put a subtraction in the middle first and put parentheses around the second one. So minus and then parentheses. Then don't forget this, there's already a negative here, so we're going to do a double negative right there. So negative x squared plus 2x minus 3. And then we're going to distribute to all of these. So just write it out again. 4x cubed minus 3x squared plus 5x minus 8. Then negative times negative x squared is going to be positive x squared. Negative times 2x is going to be negative 2x. Negative times negative 3 is positive 3. So notice every time we just distribute this negative, the signs of the second one just swap. So if that's how you want to think about it, you can think about that like that way too. Okay, so let's see. We have one cubed term. We have two squared terms. And we have two linear terms. And then we have two constants. So Let's see, we're going to have 4x cubed, negative 3x squared plus x squared minus 2x squared. 5x minus 2x is plus 3x. And then negative 8 plus 3 is negative 5. And there you have it. That is the difference of those two functions. So that's all I have for you all today. Have a good day, and let me know if you have any questions. Bye.